if you like, that we used to do at most union meetings. And I want to thank all of you for turning out. I want to thank our own members for the fight they've put up over the last 14 months. And that fight will continue. But let's not forget, we've been campaigning on these issues for over 3 years now. In the depths of COVID, right in the middle of it, they came to us and the other unions and said, we are going to chop up this industry. We're going to chop up your members' contracts of employment. You won't get a pay rise for the foreseeable future. And all of your conditions are now on the altar of cuts. And we've been fighting that for the last 3 years. And we're going to continue to fight for that, because what they're telling us to do in this industrial dispute is give up everything you've negotiated, everything that our forebears handed on to us in terms and conditions, pensions, pay, rostering, whatever you want to name, which is really important on a 24/7 railway. You've got to give that up for a poxy 9% over 4 years. And we're saying, we're not having it. We're going to keep this fight up, and we'll keep going until we get an agreement that we can support. And what we've got here tonight, and what we've had all across the country, I've been up in Edinburgh campaigning, in Berwick in the north of England, and our members from Berwick were here tonight and have had to travel back. We've got Liverpool, Wigan, people from all over the country. Everywhere we've gone, Newcastle. I'm not going to name them all, it's a big railway, there's 974 stations. Everywhere we go, from Edinburgh to Penzance, the communities are coming out. Accessibility groups, our disabled brothers and sisters, people with visual impairments, people with hearing impairments, people with learning difficulties, people who just don't want to be ripped off by the algorithm and artificial intelligence, which is what you're going to get going forward. Not the human hand or the human smile or the kind gesture. You're going to be delivered your ticket via an app, and they will sell you the ticket they want you to have, not the ticket you need or the best value. So this is a fight for the future. It's a fight for the future of the railway workers. It's a fight for the future of our communities. People up and down this country are sick and tired of their communities being hollowed out. Our post offices are being closed. Our pubs are being closed. Our banks have withdrawn from the high street. Everywhere we go, all the community assets are being hollowed out in the name of profit, in the name of modernisation. That is the most abused word, along with reform, modernisation. It's cuts, cuts, cuts. That's all we get from this lot over here. And let's not forget, the responsibility for this is not with the train operating companies, as much as we dislike them. It's with Rishi Sunak and the top people in the cabinet. The choice and the decision to shut the ticket offices, to de-staff our stations, to make a quarter of our members working on the stations redundant in the notices they've already given to us, is a political decision by Rishi Sunak. It's a political decision by Jeremy Hunt. He's taken on the consultants, he's taken on the junior doctors, he's taken on the railway workers. Well, the message has got to be from all of our communities. We are united as a working group, as a working class, and we will fight these cuts in our council services. We'll fight them in any service that's provided, and we want services for our people. The NHS, education, care, council services, whatever it is, these belong to us. These are national assets, and we will protect them with all our might. So what we've got to learn, and what the Labour Party must learn, and anyone that wants our votes, whether they're in the Scottish Parliament, the Welsh Assembly, Westminster, in the mayoral halls or in local authorities, if you want working people to vote for you in the coming elections, you've got to deliver an agenda for working people. That means in the workplace with the New Deal for workers, getting rid of these anti-trade union laws, giving us the right to strike, giving us sectoral bargaining for every worker, workers' rights from day one. All of that stuff. You cannot have proper public services without proper pay terms and conditions for public sector workers. So we demand our rights. We will protest for our rights. We will fight for our rights, and we will take industrial action. We need these anti-union laws repealed immediately. The trade union movement must commit to define the minimum service levels, non-compliance and non-cooperation with anti-trade union laws going forward. We've got to do whatever it takes to turn over this injustice. We've got to fight for our stations, fight for our people, build a new working class movement based in all our interest groups, the disability groups, the identity groups, the people struggling against poverty have all got to be brought into our working class movement. We've got to stand up for ourselves, not rely on the professional politicians and the shysters. Let's have a working class movement that serves our interests, that serves our people and wins for our class. Solidarity, let's get in before the rain comes. There's a storm coming, make sure the Tories feel it, and let's win for our class and for our people. Thank you.